So one of the questions I get an awful lot is, should I stop psychotherapy or taking my medication in order to do Anchored? And the very short and very direct answer is, oh my goodness, no. Please, 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 no. So, number one, please do not ever stop or change any psychopharmaceutical medication or any other medication without an explicit conversation and the support of your psychotherapeutic team, meaning your psychiatrist, your psych NP, whomever else is managing medication that controls your mood. That person or that team of people should be consulted before you change anything about your medication. Please, please, please. So that's A, number one. B, number two, therapy and coaching are different. The sort of shorthand way to put it, and there's a lot of nuance and complexity here, but we're just giving you a shorthand. Therapy helps us to survive, and it has helped me to survive for sure. And coaching helps us to thrive. Therapy can also help us to thrive. It's a shorthand, my angel. So in coaching, we look at your habitual thinking. We find it somatically where it's located in your body, how it's interacting with your inner children. And we coach from there to help you to move forward, to make plans for your life, to set goals about who and how you want to be in the world and how you're going to get to there, right? Thinking about things like, what do you want and need to think? How do you want to move and hold your body? How do you want to relate and be in relationship with yourself and the people in your life without your old codependent perfectionist and people-pleasing habit, cassette tapes, coloring everything? That's the work of coaching. It's moving forward work, planning that next step and giving you the skills to see your own thinking and manage your own mind while in conversation with your nervous system and your body. So you can, step by step, create the life you want to live. So coaching is it's really about coming into that new self-concept and then creating it, building it. And in Anchored, we do that in this loving community through our weekly live coaching calls, dance parties, somatic practices, other somatic events. It's a beautiful process. It is not a replacement for therapy. So we get stable in therapy. We move on, build, and create the next step in our lives through coaching. A lot of the skills, because of my specific training, because I'm not just trained as a life coach, I am a master trained life coach, which means I've spent an awful lot of time training. But I'm also a family nurse practitioner by training, right? I'm not your nurse practitioner, your healthcare provider during Anchor, but that is my training. So I have extensive training in wellness, in health, in mental health. I'm also trained in somatic experiencing, right? I have extensive training that I bring to bear in coaching. And a lot of the work we do in coaching and coaching with me in particular and in Anchored is a lot of the work you would do around trauma, but Anchored is not a trauma stabilization program. So if you are living with CPTSD, for example, or PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, complex post-traumatic stress disorder, and you're not sleeping, you're having flashbacks that are running your life, if you're in the throes of trauma, I want you to go to a trauma therapist for whom that is their focus. That is all they do. Someone who does EMDR, eye movement desensitization and reprogramming, somatic experiencing. The work I do is amazing for trauma, but I want you to work with someone who has extensive training and supervision specific to trauma management and the stabilization of trauma. And once that's solid, once you're like, okay, I'm sleeping through the night, or, whatever it is, like these big capital S symptoms then you're ready for coaching. Yeah. Safety first, my angels. Of course, I want you to join Anchor. It's so much fun and it would be a blast to have you, but not to your detriment. Okay. So make sure you're taking care of beautiful you first, right? Get yourself on solid ground and then layer Anchored on top of that. The next question I often get is it okay to do Anchored and therapy at the same time? Oh my God, it's magical. It is such a great combo. And if you're not in therapy, you don't need to necessarily go find a therapist in order to do Anchored. That's silly goose, right? But if you're in therapy and you're loving it and it's working for you and it's helpful, and you want to layer anchored on top, I love that idea. If you're like, I don't know, talk to your therapist. If that's someone you trust and have a beautiful relationship with, get their opinion, right? Why not? At the end of the day, you know what's best for you. I will never claim to know what's best for you. I hope your therapist doesn't either, but hopefully that person who like knows you and gets your mental health and can kind of see where you're at in ways you may not be able to see as clearly because you're, it's the soup you're swimming in. Hopefully they can guide you, right? Okay, I hope this is helpful.